What's going on, everybody? Happy Saturday evening. It is game day eve. Hope you're all having a great weekend and watching my Sooners beat up on Michigan right now, 21-7. So that's a good start to the football season for yours truly. Of course, Oklahoma's got to hold it. Just underway here in the third quarter. Well, 10 minutes ago, third quarter. But obviously, tomorrow, the New York Giants will take the field for the first time in the 2025 season, and they will take on the Washington Commanders. It should be a really good game. Of course, big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring the channel. Always appreciate them coming on board. We'll hear from Sleeper a little bit later. And, of course, big shout out to Body Armor Sport Water right over there. Right over there. There you go. Body Armor Sport Water, an alkaline water with a pH 9+ and a proprietary electrolyte form with a wide mouth. Breezy hydration, Body Armor Sport Water. Built for all-day hydration for the athlete and all of us. Don't forget to go get your Flash IV sticks, baby. 0 sugar, 10 to 15 calories a piece, 5 flavors: cucumber, lime, lemon, lime, grape, tropical punch, and kiwi strawberry. Go get yourself some of that bodyarmor.com. You can get it there too, and it's damn good water. But have no fear, man. We got a little pumpkin ale there too. So the first 2 games of the week, the Cowboys and the Eagles, I was live for that game. And it was a much better game than I thought it would be. I actually thought Philadelphia would roll over those guys pretty easily. And they did not. Now, losing Jalen Carter had a lot to do with Dallas's ability to run the football. And if CeeDee Lamb actually makes some plays that he should make, Dak threw one. It was an absolute dime about 40 yards out of field. He can't throw better than Dak did. He couldn't have walked up to CeeDee Lamb and handed it to him any better. Lamb dropped it. And then, of course, another one, Lamb had to stretch out and dive for it. But you're one of the best receivers in the league. You're supposed to make that catch. So they blew an opportunity. Of course, the Miles Sanders fumble inside the 10 did not help. And again, Dallas had a really good opportunity. Boy, Oklahoma's defense is really good. Dallas had an opportunity to win, and they didn't. And then, of course, last night, the Los Angeles Chargers, Justin Herbert had a really good day. Kansas City's defense was not impressive. Their offense was not impressive at all. I've been saying this all off season. I feel like Kansas City's kind of coming back to the pack a little bit. They're getting older. They don't have a great offense. Their defense pretty much carried them last year, and their offensive line isn't really good. We saw a lot of pressure on Mahomes last night, so it makes me think, the Giants front 7, why can't they get pressure on Pat Mahomes? Why can't they hold the Chiefs down a little bit? That'd be great. That was almost intercepted by Oklahoma. But, so you're watching these games, and there was one upset there with Los Angeles over Kansas City, almost another one with Dallas. And why can't the Giants pull off the upset? Why can't they? They can. That's the answer. They absolutely can pull it off. I saw people asking about the game. It's on my channel. Chris is actually with Anthony. I think they're in New Jersey. They were doing some live thing together, or they're some get together at a bar down in New Jersey. So it's just I'm going to be solo tomorrow, and then Chris and I will be together every game the rest of the year except for November 2nd, because I'll actually be at that Giants game. So I won't be doing that on YouTube. I'll be there in person to see it. So, I'm looking forward to it. The funny thing is I'm kind of nervous about the game. And the reason being is I actually think the Giants are going to be good. Now, a lot of years I go into this and it's kind of false bravado. I say they're going to win, but I think deep down inside, I know they don't have much of a chance with the teams that they fielded the last couple of years. This year, it feels way different. Oklahoma just fumbled the football. What a joke, man. You got to be kidding me. Got to feel the punt. Your defense just, wow. Terrible. That's the type of shit that can't happen, man. You're kicking Michigan's ass. They can't move the ball on the outside of one big run, and this guy fields the punt like an asshole. He's backing up, and he fields it down by his fucking ankles. Go up and catch the ball. But anyway, I digress. The Giants have a really good chance to win tomorrow. There's no Daniel Jones back there, so that immediately makes the quarterback much better. I don't care if Russell Wilson is the 20th or 22nd best quarterback in the league. He's not the 32nd best quarterback in the league, and that's a big difference. There's no Andrew Thomas. Don't expect Andrew Thomas to play this year, Giants fans. He may play. Do not depend on it, though. Just expect him to be out all year. Perhaps he will play, but don't expect it. Do not rely on him because he's going to be hurt again. It's the Giants need to look for a replacement left tackle at this point. That guy can never stay healthy. Never. He's had a whole fucking year to get healthy, and he still can't do it. So don't rely on him. But regardless, I feel like the Giants' offensive line, and granted it was preseason, but they seem to play pretty well. He didn't play in the preseason either. So if nothing else, these guys are used to one another because they play together all offseason, or I'm sorry, all preseason. So that's not bad. Obviously, the Giants got to run the ball. I do think that they can do that with the combination of Tyrone Tracy and Devin Singletary. I don't know how much Cam Scatterbo is going to get as far as action goes. Obviously, Malik Neighbors is going to have a quarterback that can throw the ball deep down the field. Jalen Hyatt's got that same guy. Darius Slayton's got that same guy. And you can look for Wan'Dale Robinson to have a big game underneath because he's a guy that's supposed to get yards after catch. That's what he was brought in here to do. When you have a quarterback that leads your receiver and he can run through the catch and continue to run without breaking momentum, he can run away from the defender. When the ball was delivered late or behind a guy and he had to sit there and hesitate, obviously the defensive back is going to be able to get up there and make a stop. So that kind of rendered Wan'Dale Robinson, took away a big part of his skill set. And I don't know what Jalen Hyatt's going to do, but the fact that you didn't have a quarterback on this team that could throw the ball past 20 yards in the air took a lot away from Jalen Hyatt. Also took a lot away from Darius Slayton. I remember Darius Slayton had a really big day when Tyrod Taylor was throwing the football, and Tyrod Taylor didn't mind chucking the ball down the field. He had a big game against Philadelphia a couple years ago. So there's no reason to think that the New York Giants can't get this done tomorrow. And I expect them to get this done. Everybody wants to overlook the Giants. Everybody thinks the Giants suck. Everybody thinks this is the Giants from last year. They talk about how tough the schedule is. But this isn't last year. Teams change over the course of the year. Kansas City was just in the damn Super Bowl. And I'm sorry, that score might have looked close, but Kansas City got their ass kicked in that game. If you watch that game, Chargers dominated them, man. You never know. And again, the Cowboys, same thing. They shouldn't have had no business being in that game with Philadelphia, but they were right there at the end. And like I said, if their superstar wide receiver makes the damn catch he's supposed to make, Dallas might have pulled that upset. You don't know what you're going to get in week one. But this just goes to show you a team that, now granted, Kansas City may turn it around and Kansas City may be great this year, but this just goes to show you that they were defending AFC champions last year after being back-to-back Super Bowl champions, and they came out and they lost game one. So what happened last year is not indicative on what's going to happen this year. Not at all. So people that want to sit here and knock the Giants and tell people the Giants can't win and the Giants are going to win 4 games and they still suck. And I mean, people that don't know anything about the Giants, when I did that Super Friends thing, telling me that the Giants didn't address their secondary. I'm like, what are you talking about? What do you mean they didn't address their secondary? They spent $70 million or $80 million on Paulson and Debo and Javon Holland. And you have Drew Phillips and Tyler Newman with another year under their belts. I mean, what do you mean they didn't address the secondary? They absolutely did. They just added the best player in the draft in Abdul Carter. And I can tell you this, man, and I don't expect him to be Lawrence Taylor. I don't expect anybody to ever be Lawrence Taylor. But I was actually watching a lot of Lawrence Taylor highlights before I started this stream tonight. Just still marvel at what Lawrence Taylor was able to do. If Abdul Carter gives you half of what Lawrence Taylor was, he's going to the Hall of Fame. And that's how good Lawrence Taylor was. I will take half of LT. And I say it all the time, man. Anybody that's comparing one of today's players to Lawrence Taylor never saw Lawrence Taylor play. It's that simple. It's that simple. These guys that were sitting there comparing Micah Parsons to Lawrence Taylor, you never saw Lawrence Taylor play. Lawrence Taylor did more than just sack the quarterback. Lawrence Taylor was great in coverage as well. And he was great at defending the run. He did everything. You never saw any team game plan for a defensive player ever. That started with Lawrence Taylor. So it's just a fact. I mean, he totally changed the game. So I just watching that Giants defense, watching those highlights, those are really good Giants football teams when I was young. I miss those days. And I'm not saying this particular Giants unit of defense is going to be anywhere as close to what 1986 or 1990 was, but I definitely think that they can be on the level of the 2007 Giants. I definitely think that that's possible. I definitely think they can be on that level when it was Tuck and Strahan and O.C. Umenyiora. If they could be better than that, that'd be amazing. I don't expect them to be on that 86 and 90 defensive level. Those guys are on a totally different level, and that's because of 56. There is no 56. Hopefully Abdul Carter just makes 51, because you remember at the beginning of the year when they were talking about numbers, when they were talking about that, wow, I don't know how Oklahoma got the ball back, but that's good. I wasn't even paying attention. You know what? I gotta record this because I'm gonna be doing this stream and I want to watch this back. I want to watch that back tomorrow. So I usually actually tape the Oklahoma game and I watch it Sunday morning, so it makes the time go by fast for the game. But those Giants teams are special. There's no reason to think this unit can't be really good. And they're going to get a really good test with Jayden Daniels. So I think as a top 5 quarterback in this league, I've said that for a long time. I do believe that he is an elite talent, but there's film on him now. The Giants were able to get to him a lot last year. And, you know, the Giants defense is healthy, ready to go. I'm excited to see Abdul Carter. Oh, I was talking about, Abdul Carter was talking about wearing number 56. And I'll be honest, 56 should be retired from the NFL. And that's how good Lawrence Taylor was. They should just retire it altogether. But, I just, like I said, I'm a little nervous because I actually do truly believe that the Giants are going to be I won't say a very good team, but I think they'll be a good team. I think they'll be a very competitive team without question. And I'm looking forward to seeing what they do. B-Rog, thank you, my friend. I appreciate you supporting the channel, man. It means a lot. Thank you, brother. Thank you for being. We got to do that again. Hold on a second. Hold on. Thank you for being a friend. Go Giants. I'm going to lift from 8 to 12:30 just to pass the time. If I was in the gym for 4.5 hours, I'd be dead. I'm good for 60 minutes. 60 to 90 minutes in there. That's enough for me, man. That's enough for me. But I want the Giants to get off to a good start. I think it's indicative that they do. Washington has all the pressure on them without question. Washington, is expected to win this game. Everybody thinks the Giants are just going to be an afterthought, another speed bump. Washington's all of a sudden this great team. They added a great quarterback. But if you look at the last 8 quarterbacks or whatever they played the last 8 games, they were terrible quarterbacks. They beat a lot of teams that had really bad quarterback play. That won't be the case tomorrow. Russell Wilson's not going to have really bad quarterback play. He may not have elite quarterback play, but Russ has got some weapons out there. I do expect the Giants to use some screen passes. They did it well in the offseason. It just goes to show you that the offensive line was in rhythm. But I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they do. We didn't really see Dexter Lawrence out there. I don't think we saw Dex. We didn't. Dex didn't play in the preseason. So you haven't even seen that pass rush with Dexter Lawrence, man. And that's I have no idea how he caught that ball. But Dex, Tibbs, Abdul Carter, and I got to find a merch guy, man. I got merch. I definitely have a merch idea in my head, and I got to find a guy that can make it. I got to find a guy that can make a shirt or jacket. I can't do that shit like on Teespring. I want There was a guy that did it a couple years ago. They were print champs, but I don't think they're in business anymore. But I have a really good idea for Giants merch. Aaron, thank you, brother. Appreciate you, my friend. Brilly.
Thank you for being a friend.
In my prime, if my game was on at 1, I would drink from 12. I would drink from 12 and pass out after the game, then wake up for the 8:30 game. Miss being young. Yeah, you and me both. That was definitely a thing, man. I would certainly do a lot of drinking, even back in the day. Like when I started on here, I remember I would usually, when I would watch the Giants, I might go through a 6-pack or whatever. Only on Sunday. Like I don't drink any other day of the week. Now it's only on Saturday, like because it's my cheat day. I might have a beer tomorrow because it is opening day, but like I just don't do it anymore. And I'm 50 years old, so it's just I've been there. Well, I'm old. Chris, back in the day, it was more when I was 19, 20. I was young. I didn't really drink on Sunday. That was the one day I was dry. The rest of the week, though, forget about it. I was out every night freaking partying it up, man. I was partying it up hard. That's why you earned the nickname Baddog. Chris, thank you, brother. Wonder if Dex's kid born tomorrow, he misses the game. I don't think he missed the game. I didn't even know Dexter Lawrence was expecting a kid. I didn't even know. News to me. Big Moo. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. My purple cow friend, Baddog. I don't know how much they'll use Carter as a spy. What I do know is that they're probably going to use him in a variety of different positions. I think that will be that'd be pretty amazing. So that'd be you're going to see him line up on the right. Like Louis T is like, we got a guy that put him to sleep in college. And I'm like, you think that Abdul Carter's going to line up in one spot on the field? You don't think they're going to move him all over the place? What are you going to do if they line him up next to Dexter Lawrence? Who are you double teaming? Who are you doubling? What are you going to do if Abdul Carter goes up? What do you do if Abdul Carter lines up in the A gap and decides to blitz or rush through the hole that Dexter Lawrence creates? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Who are you doubling? Kayvon Thibodeau's got to be huge this year. Got to be. He's got to be huge. You do Philly 500s merch. You got to DM me on Instagram. DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I don't think my Instagram's in my I don't think it's in. I got to talk to you. I need somebody to do merch. Something. But yeah, man, like I said, I'm nervous. I can't lie. I'm looking forward to doing the game without question. I wish Chris was doing it with me, but speaking of beer, let's crack one open, baby. We got Shipyard. Where are my guys? I forgot I was just sitting right in front of me. We got the old Shipyard Pumpkinhead because why not? Shipyard is good. It's actually expensive. I was like, this is $15 a 6-pack. This is more than Sam Adams, but it's the best pumpkin ale you can get. It's really good. If you like pumpkin ale, Shipyard is the best pumpkin ale. Sam's isn't bad at all. Saranac's isn't bad at all, but Shipyard is the best. Dinger Dong. Thank you, brother. If CD, yeah, I agree. If CeeDee Lamb makes plays he's supposed to make, the Cowboys have a really good shot at that game, without question. Without fail, they definitely have a really good opportunity to win that game. Want to give a big shout out to Sleeper. Again, they're on board all football season. You can have a lot of fun with the Sleeper app. Pretty much all it is you're picking over under stats. We'll go over these picks over here in a second. Let's hear from me doing the ad here. 80 seconds. Here's Sleeper back after this. What's going on, guys and gals? Do you think you know football? Then try to turn your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. Just download the Sleeper app and pick more or less on your favorite players. With more stats than any daily fantasy app, just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from pregame or live.
Pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you can win up to 100 times your money if your picks win. There's also a couple of really cool things about the Sleeper app. You can place in-game contests, contest voids for injuries. There's only a $1 minimum entry for users. Updated scoring to track your fantasy players' sleeper picks in real time. Entries can be made within 30 seconds. It's really that easy, and you get safe and fast withdrawals. You can check out my picks for the week right over here. And you guys can do the same thing. Predict the hottest football stats like passing yards, receiving yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and much more to cash in on your daily fantasy football skills. And I got a great promotion for you guys. Just use the promo code BADDOG, that's BADDOG, and Sleeper will match your first deposit all the way up to $100. You definitely want to check out the Sleeper app. There's a lot of fun to be had on that. Test your football knowledge and skill, win some money, and let's go Giants.
That's right. Right down there. Use that promo code BADDOG, BADDOG. It's also in the description, so you just click on that link. It'll take you there. I have a lot of fun with this. We didn't win on Thursday. We got 2 out of 3. Now, you can play a flex option over there, as you see. So if you get 2 out of 3, you win $12.30 on a $10 pick. And if you get all 3 right, you get $21.80. So if you flex it, obviously you get a lot less than if you just go for it all. So I went for it all here, betting, throwing $10 out there. If I get all 3 picks right, I win $49.30. So it's a lot of fun. You can do it during the game. You can pick tons. I mean, you could pick, 8 players if you want to. You want to try that. I just feel like 3 is always a really good number. But, man, I'm going to have a lot of fun with that. Malik Neighbors over 74.5. I think I went over on all these. I went Malik Neighbors over 74.5 yards. I feel like he can get that in 2 catches. Slayton over 23.5. Again, that's 1 catch. I definitely think Gary Slayton can get over. I think he can get 24 yards receiving. Oklahoma's got to score here, man. And Krosky Merritt. I know the Giants' rush defense isn't really good, and they really like this kid, and they just call him Bill. I definitely think he can go over 31.5 yards. So last night we had Dak. There was a gimme pick. There's a gimme pick every week. I don't know if it's every game. It might be every week because I didn't go through all the games yet. But Dak was a gimme. It was over 0.5. Passing yards, obviously, I got that. I had George Pickens under 59.5 receiving yards, but I had Jake Elliott with 8 points, and he ended up with 5, I think, or he ended up with 6, but whatever it was. I needed him to kick another field goal, and he didn't. So that's good. But yeah, check out the Sleeper app. Again, man, use that promo code. You have a lot of fun with that. A lot of fun. Bodo, thank you, brother. The legendary Boto Winter. I appreciate you, man. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for being a friend.
Only the Dodgers can have a no-hitter through 9 2/3 innings and still lose the F. Wow. Oh, that's tough, Bodo. Here's to you. Here's to you, brother. The Yankees actually pulled it out today. They didn't pull it out. I mean, they won. They actually won a game. Last night, they got off to like the worst start you can, giving up 3 runs in the first freaking quarter. Not exactly what you listen to me. I'm football. 3 runs in the first inning against Toronto last night, and they never hit it at all. So, but hit that like and subscribe. Appreciate you being here. And yeah, let's go Giants. Let's go Giants. Let's see. Bill's a risky pick. He's definitely active. He's definitely active. Without question. They wouldn't have traded Brian Robinson if they didn't think he had something there. Because Austin Eckler is old, man. So we'll see. We'll see. But I do think he can play. I mean, we'll see. But it could be one thing. One thing. Well, it takes one. Joe, thank you. 11 months ago, but 18. I know. Like I said, don't expect him to play. I don't expect him to play. B-Raw gifting 5 memberships, brother. Thank you so much. You know what's weird? Well, let me do. I can only play part of this because YouTube is very strange about some of the things they demonetize.
Who let the dogs out?
I can do about that much or they kill me. But thank you so much, B-Rog. Appreciate you. Meast, Overly Focused, Digital Print House, Stone Sour, and Cortez all got the memberships. I don't know what it is. Like, I was watching Uncle Lou, and he got like 25 gifted memberships. And I was watching Tom Grassi for a little bit last night because he was doing the game, right? And I don't know what it was with the gifted memberships. I'm like, was there like free gifted memberships? I mean, he's got a huge following. But literally, there had to be, I mean, seriously, hundreds of gifted memberships just in this small window that I was watching that. So I was like, is there something that I'm missing that was going on? Was there some kind of promotion or something? Like, I didn't know. I don't know. I don't know. We actually picked up Brian Robinson because Christian McCaffrey's got an ankle injury on our fantasy team, so we don't have Christian McCaffrey. He must have Herbert. Yep, he had Herbert and Mahomes. That guy's off to a good start. He's off to a good start. It's funny because he doesn't really have a good team at all. I think my wife just got home. I'm telling you, man, I am so tempted to start Daniel Jones over Michael Penix tomorrow, man. I don't know why I want to do that. I don't know why I want to do that. I don't know why I would do that to myself, but I seriously am. I seriously am considering starting Daniel Jones over Michael Penix. I don't know. Even my buddy that we run the team together, and I'm like, why? And he goes, I kind of feel that way too, and I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. All right. First down. Oh, because you couldn't do donors if you showed. Makes sense. That makes sense. Bono is always on top of everything, man. That's why he's the Goto. That's why he's the Goto. No, don't start him. Don't start him. I do remember Andy Hawkins throwing the no-hitter and losing the game because Jim Leyritz was out in left field. The Yankees made like 3 errors in that inning. They lost 4-0. I think did they take that away from him? I don't remember. They removed a lot of no-hitters. Like, I'm pretty sure they removed all the ones that were not complete game no-hitters, like 9-inning no-hitters. Like Melito Perez, I remember had one for the Yankees, and they got rid of it. Damn, man. You got rocked. Johnny Mateer just got knocked. Baddog has to be the only dude in the country where it has to stop playing with your balls. I haven't bought a new bowling ball in a long time. And actually, I didn't go bowling today. I was going to. Boomer Sooner, baby. Boomer Sooner, let's go. I was going to go, but she went out to dinner with her mom, and my kid did not want to go. So I just hung out with him most of the day. And, yeah, I haven't bought a new bowling ball in a long time. I'm done buying balls. Not a good throw by Mateer there. That was Daniel Jones-esque, but, yep. Last bowling ball I bought was my Primal Rage Evolution, and that's it. So I haven't played with the balls in a while, but we're getting ready to because bowling season's back. It's back. I know, yes, Daniel Jones. I know it looks exactly the same. It looks exactly the same. I just worry about Penix against Tampa Bay's defense, but Tampa Bay should be able to score. So I don't know. Man. Washington does have a lot of running backs, and none of them really scare me. All right. Good job there, Mateer. I am summer's not bowling season. A lot of the bowling alleys are closed like during the day. Like a couple around here are closed on the one that I go to, it's closed every day until 5 o'clock at night, and it's closed all day Saturday. So I don't really do it. And the other one that I go to is closed. It doesn't open till later in the day. Same thing. And it's closed like on Monday, Tuesday, Sunday. So, but now they're all open because it's after Labor Day. And like I said, bowling season always happens during the winter. But when it's summertime, nobody wants to be inside bowling. Oh my God, he dropped a touchdown. Oklahoma did that perfectly, and he freaking dropped it. Wow. Can't do it any better. Madden says, I'm so glad I don't have to go through another horrific season with Daniel Jones on our team. It feels like Christmas. I'm telling you, man, you're right. The word drained is perfect. The word drained is absolutely perfect because that is the way I felt. I think it's the way a lot of Giants fans felt. We were just drained. He drained the energy from the team. Like there was no energy. You know what I mean? Just not a lot of energy, not a lot of enthusiasm, not a lot of confidence. So, you know, it is what it is. Pro Minecraft says, I saw the World Series live, the Game 5 on your channel. That was an epic one for me. Sorry about your loss against the Dodgers. If you're not playing the Dodgers, I would go for your team. That's the way I felt. If the Yankees weren't playing the Dodgers, I would have been rooting for the Dodgers. But yeah, Game 5 that lives in infamy, and there's another one of my viral moments, if you will, where I'm part of a collection of guys that reacted to the fifth inning. But I had my own. The guy that did that that clip of a bunch of things gave me my own video with me announcing over the game. He's showing the game and it's my voice announcing. So I just remember when Mookie Betts hit that weak dribbler to Rizzo and neither him nor Garrett Cole went to first base. That's when I lost it. I really thought they were going to get out of that inning at that point. I'm like, man, we're going to win this game. And then they didn't. I don't think he made it. Nope. I've seen 2 missed field goals tonight. Both of them pretty chippy. And they both fucked it up. They both messed it up. Ron Gray.
Thank you for being a friend.
My Wolverines are losing to your Spooners. Yeah, I'm salty, but I'll be back on your side tomorrow against the Commodes. It's all good, brother. Looks like Oklahoma's trying to blow this game anyway. Going to have to rely on their defense. They dropped the touchdown pass. They missed a field goal. Yeah, not good. Not good. So, yeah, it's on channel ABC. Probably the best game of the week this week. There was a lot of powerhouses against a lot of shitty teams, but none of them really played well. Florida actually lost. Florida lost. Georgia kind of went through the motions against Austin Peay. Penn State looked like shit in the first half. LSU looked like shit in the first half. Clemson was actually losing 16-0 to Troy before they came back to win. Arizona State just came back. They were down 17-0 to Mississippi State. So, I mean, the games ended up being better than they should have, but yeah. LSU's up 20-7 on Louisiana Tech. Like, they should be up way bigger than that. Ohio State put up 70 on Grambling, and Oregon smoked Oklahoma State today. So there was definitely a couple powerhouses that ran rough shot over their opponents. But MC Philly, thank you, brother. Appreciate you. He says, what's good, bad dog? Good luck the rest of the game. Go blue. It's been a good game. It's kind of what you figured, a defensive battle. It's good. Big move. Thank you so much. Stats are us tomorrow. I love it. I would love that big move. I would love that. Somebody asked me the score prediction tomorrow. I'm going to go Giants win 26-23. 26-23. G-Man. G-Man. Yeah, I wouldn't have even considered starting Jones over Herbert. But Jones over Penix, considering it. I don't know. 4 sacks, I would love that. I would love 4 sacks. Should we log? Listen, I already played the Giants money line. Well, I didn't do that. Sorry. I played the Giants over 5.5 wins for the year. I threw 50 on that. I probably will do them. I'm not a big bettor though. Like I do, but like I'm like I said, it's more of the thrill of victory than like actually winning real money. But I'll probably throw $10 on the Giants money line tomorrow. Why not? Thank you for subscribing, brother. Appreciate that very much, man. Thank you for subscribing. Follow me on Twitter. I've actually been really freaking busy at work the last few days. And today I just didn't get on Twitter. Like I just didn't want to. I didn't do anything today, man. I was lazy. I had a long week of work, long week of after work. It was just a long week for me last week. And today I was absolutely a lazy bum. I didn't go on Twitter. I didn't go on YouTube. Like I didn't really do much of anything. I just sat there and watched college football. I took a nap. I didn't do a lot today. But follow me on Twitter because, hey, man, I definitely do a lot on there. And I'm very active. But I've also been really busy work. Like when I have some downtime work, like I like to get on there and throw out a bunch of tweets. During the game, I'll be tweeting tomorrow. I always do that. So, that's good. What did I just see here? Sebastian, my friend. Thank you. Do me a favor, my friend.
Hell yeah.
Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Baddog, I was watching the Eagles game, and during the opener, did you notice how many fans didn't know their own song? I swear I'll fake ass fans and the announcer calling Jalen Carter the best defensive tackle. Well, we all know that's bullshit. We know that Dexter Lawrence is the best defensive tackle. We know that. Everybody knows that. And Dexter Lawrence don't spin on people. So Dexter Lawrence is already way better than Jalen Carter is. But they are all bandwagon fans, man. I've been on YouTube for a long time. And I can tell you this. There were no Eagle fans before 2017. Look at your biggest Eagle content creators and see how many videos they did before 2017. Look at them. Look at your biggest Eagle content creators and see when they started making videos. And let's see them have 4 bad years in a row like we've had, and let's see if they keep doing it. Let's see. Because it's really easy. I say this all the time. It's really easy to make content, to talk your shit when you're good. It's easy to do it then. Anybody can do it then. But take a beating for 4, 5, 9 out of 10 years and show up every week like I do. Every week to take your medicine. Every week to still represent your team. Every week to cover your team. Every fucking week. I would love to see them have to go through that. Cowboy fans disappear. Always have. Commander fans, where have they been? Where they been? Well, I'm not talking about the content creators because they were here before last year. And they were bad. But now on social media, they're everywhere. They weren't there last year. They weren't there the year before last year. Winning will do a lot for a fan base. This fan base has to go through it every freaking year. So just wait till the Giants are good. And I've already said this shit. We're supposed to lose. Giants are going to win. And when they win, Commander fans better log off for the week. Because I will be absolutely relentless. And when the Giants win a Super Bowl, whenever that day is, you're not going to want to deal with me. You're not going to want to deal with any Giants fan. Because at that point, Giants fans have the right to say whatever the hell they want. Because they've been through it. A lot. We've been through a lot. It's that simple. Jets fans have been through the same type of crap we have. I don't know. There's many. I think there's like a couple of Jets content creators. I mean, I don't really follow the Jets. I follow the NFC East because the Jets are not the Giants' rival. Obviously, the Browns really suck, but I don't know any Browns content. Crazy Dog is the only Browns guy that I know. I don't know any other Browns fans. I don't know any other. There's really not a lot of fan bases that I follow outside of the NFC East because I just don't have any interest in them. I don't care what goes on outside the division as far as like content creation goes. I care about what our guys are doing. That doesn't mean I don't watch guys like Tom Grossi, obviously, because he appeals to more than just the Packers. Or Urinating Tree, same thing. He's a Steeler fan, but he's freaking hilarious. So the bigger guys, yes. But you know what I'm saying. But I'm here, man. I'm a gamer. I don't go anywhere. So somebody said to me because I was making fun of him for not signing Terry McLaurin. And they signed him, and I tweeted out about it, and somebody posted on my tweet like before, said, "Where's Bad Dog now? Is he hiding?" And I said, "Hey, dickhead, you're 20 minutes late. I posted that he got signed 20 minutes ago." When he said, "Oh, I didn't see it," or whatever, I go, "Bro, you must be new here." I don't hide. I don't go anywhere. It's what I do. This is what I do. I've been taking a beating for freaking 10 years, man. Well, what's another year? What's another game? And we're used to it by this point. So when we win, look out. Look out. Because I'm telling you right now, Bodo's 2 beers in 1 week. That's about my limit now. And this is gone. So, yeah. I might have one tomorrow, but yeah, man. Like I said, I'm be here. It is what it is. But yeah, I'm gonna be really spicy with some of these people that be talking shit about my team when we start winning some football games. And I truly believe they're gonna win tomorrow. I honestly do. I truly believe that because again, they played the you know, that's the funny thing. You know, we Giants fans that tell Commander fans, you didn't blow us out in either game. And Commander fans will come up with a few things here. They come up with, we committed all those penalties inside the 20. What? Every team commits penalties. That's on you. What are you talking about? So what? You committed a penalty. We didn't punt in that game. Well, we held you out of the end zone. You committing penalties has a lot to do with the way the defense is playing. If you're getting called for a hold or a false start, it is what it is. That's part of football. You can't be like, if we didn't have penalties. The Giants didn't have a kicker. And that's our coach's fault. But still, what are we talking about here? If the Giants had a kicker with 2 minutes to go, they aren't going for it 4th and 5 from the Commander 22. They're kicking a field goal. And that doesn't mean they're going to win the game. But the Commanders would have been behind. And then the next game, they're like, we down the ball at the 1 yard line. We showed mercy. You were up 27-22. And you probably took over. I don't know where they took over, but I would imagine they took over deep in their own in Giants territory because we probably went 4 and out with our offense. And then I tell them, and they say shit about Russ. I'm like, didn't Russell Wilson throw a bomb to Mike Williams, beat you guys last 2 minutes of the game against you guys when he's on the Steelers? And like, that's the Commanders are a different team. Those aren't the same players. Well, Mike Williams ain't Malik Neighbors. You didn't think the Giants are the same team that was there last year? You think that we're bringing this? Daniel Jones ain't walking through that door. Okay? Jason Pinnock's not walking through that door tomorrow. This isn't the same team at all. Their defense is much improved. Their offense has a really veteran, a good quarterback that is a good leader. Russ did that with the Steelers without Pickens for most of the year and Arthur Smith calling the plays. Mike Kafka is a very good play caller. The problem with Mike Kafka's play calls is they were too complex for Daniel Jones to execute. Well, now he has a quarterback that can execute it. It's going to be much different. Brian Daboll called the plays last year. When the Giants went to the playoffs and won a playoff game against Minnesota in 2022, guess who called the plays? That's right, Mike Kafka. So, I love it. Oh, the Commanders are different. Somehow the Giants aren't.
Thank you for being a friend.
Thank you, Sebastian. Just live by this, Baddog. Washington has everything to lose. We have nothing left. It's a fact, bro. That's big facts. That is big facts. Oklahoma's got to get off the field here and score points. You'll go up by freaking 2 scores. It's got to happen. The one says, I like what I saw in the O-line without AT. I know the defense is going to be better. The O-line looks much more balanced, and it looks like it has its timing down, which that's what it's preseason. But again, I would much rather be talking about scoring 30 points every game and scoring 107 points in the 3 games as opposed to scoring 30 points in the 3 games. You saw a much different offense. You saw the Giants able to move the football. You saw the defense able to get pressure on the quarterback. And whether it's preseason or not, you want to see them do their job. That means that they were beating the guys that were in front of them. They're going against second-string guys. Well, the Giants had their second-string guys out, and that just speaks to the volume of their depth this year. It sucks that we don't have Andrew Thomas. I'm not going to lie. I don't like that. But this isn't the same Giants team. I don't know why Commanders fans be like, yo, we're not the same team that we were last year. Like, you were the Giants. Not even close. Not even close. Again, they added Holland. They added Adebo. They added Abdul Carter. They added Chauncey Golston. They added a lot of depth on the offensive line. I'm not going to lie. There's still weaknesses here. Don't get me wrong. We're not perfect by any stretch. Run defense is still a question mark. Offensive line is still a question mark. Wide receiving core is paper thin. You take Malik Neighbors off that receiving core, don't look so good. I'm a realist, man. I'm not sitting here being delusional going, we got one of the greatest units in the history of football. We're right there with the Eagles. No, we're not there with the Eagles, but I think we're there with the Commanders. I think we're there with the Cowboys. I think they can beat those 2 teams. I said this before. A hot take was I think they can beat the Chiefs. I didn't predict them to beat the Chiefs, but I definitely think they can, especially if they get off to a 2-0 start. They get off to a 2-0 start, they'll be brimming with confidence, and that's going to go a long way. Good run there by Mateer. We like it. B-Rog!
Thank you for being a friend.
First play from scrimmage is going to be a bomb to Malik because they can do it now. So somebody asked me what I thought was going to be their first play from scrimmage, and I had a play action pass to the tight end for like 5 yards. I feel like they're going to do something safe to begin with. Maybe it's a quick out to Wandale. Oklahoma's not run the ball very well at all. Outside of a tier, they have not run the ball, but they got to get in field goal range. They got to make it this time. We know Entity. I have an Entity bowling ball right over there. So Run D with Dallas has me a bit nervous. Dallas did run the ball a little better, but again, remember Jalen Carter wasn't there, so I think that has something to do with it. And again, I think the Giants will be able to line Abdul Carter up in the middle, and that will certainly help. Wow, how did Mateer do that? Wow. That was a dangerous throw. Oklahoma's offensive line has not been impressive in this game at all. It used to be one of their strong points. It is not. Hopefully you guys all tune in tomorrow, man. I want to. Oh, by the way, I don't think you can do it in a live stream. You can't. I don't think you can do it during a live stream. So they have this new thing, and I don't know what it does. When I do my post game video where you comment, you can slide over the thing where it'll say, it'll say comments, and then you can slide it over, and it'll say we will see what like live chat, see what people said. But there's this hype button. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys this. Let me bring this up for a second. I want to show you this. Hit this button for me when I do my videos. I'll show you really quick. I should have. All right. So here's this. I'm going to show you. I think I can do it on here. Maybe it's just on my phone. I wonder if it's just on my phone. It is. It's on your phone. All right, let me show it to you on the phone. Let me show it to you on the phone. So when you... I'll show it. I'll show it. I don't know if this like helps it with the algorithm or whatever. So see how there's the chat there? You see the chat? So if you take this and you slide it over, not like that. It's hard for me to do this. Slide this over right here. See that hype button? So you can hype the video. I mean, I can't hype my own video. All you got to do is hit the hype button. And then it shows that. I can't hype my own video. But if you click that, it'll say hype. Click that button and again, I don't know what the hell the hype points do, but that'd be really helpful too. So like, subscribe, hit the hype button. I gotta hype up the New York Giants. I think it's new, Marcus. I don't think that's been around because I did a video 6 days ago and it wasn't there. It's brand new. I just noticed it. So it's new. David, how can I be the man when you're the man? You don't need to thank me. I thank you for being here. I thank y'all for being here. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys and girls. So I appreciate it very much. It shows up after the live. Yeah, I wasn't sure if it did it during, but definitely with the videos. I'm going to do my post-game video. This is a good drive by Oklahoma, man. They're running out the clock, getting deep into Michigan territory. So, yeah, man, looking forward to the Giants tomorrow. I'm a bit concerned. I can't sit here telling you I'm going in with brimming confidence, but I feel good about it. Like, I can't sit here and tell you, because the Giants are the Giants, man, and I've been disillusioned by them before. So I still think they're going to win. That's right. All-American one. Everybody can be my hype man now. Everybody can be my hype man. Just hit that hype button. I want to see that thing get to like 30,000 points. I don't know how many points you get. Like, I hyped someone's video up and I gave him 3,000 points. And then I went to hype up another video and it only gave him 170. So I don't know how that works. Dude ran right into the back of the blocker. It's a really good question. I was trying to figure this out. I was trying to figure this out earlier today myself. Would you rather start on defense or offense? I think I'd rather start on defense. I think it's our better unit. So I would start with the defense. Dime says, don't want to spread negativity. Love the channel and what you do, but as a Giants fan, until I see them do good, I can't give. No, bro, I'm not mad at that. I totally understand you, brother. I get it. I understand that. Show me. I get it. I'm not going to be mad at a Giants fan that doesn't think they're going to be good or doesn't expect them to win. I mean, I totally understand that. We have been dog shit for years, dude. I don't blame anybody for feeling that way at all. No way. I totally get it, man. Shane, thank you, brother.
Thank you for being a friend.
Let's fucking go, Bad Dog. Giants football's back. I'll be there for the San Francisco game too. Hopefully we aren't dog shit by then. DJ's off the team. It's true, man. Breath of fresh air, without question. Without question. Yeah, I'll be at that game on the 2nd. So I've said this before. I'll be live from the parking lot. I don't know where we are. I know my buddy was got parking passes or whatever. I just don't know what lot we're in. But I'll be live when I get down there, which I don't know. That I'm guessing like 10 in the morning, 9 in the morning, somewhere in there. But I'll be live. When I'm live, I'll tell you guys where I'm at. You can come by and say hello. Throw one of these down with me. And you'll find out. You can ask our Giants fan. He's met me before. I'm the same fucking guy in person I am on here. Not a bit different. I am no different in person than I am on here. You can ask anybody that's met me. And like I said, the only one I know in the chat that's met me is Dire Giants fan. You can ask Chris too. Chris has met me, but I'm the same dude. I am no different in real life than I am on here. This isn't an act. This is me. This is absolutely genuine. What you see with Bad Dogs, what you get with Bad Dog. I will yell at the fucking coach. I will scream at the play. I don't care. I'm the same way. It's just the truth. It's the truth. Yes. Dire Giants fan is good people. Good. There was met a lot of good people down there, man. I met Dire Giants fan down there, Kid Blue. Obviously got to meet Unattain. I hope Chris goes to that game too. I'd love to meet up with Chris again. That would be great. The OGR One Giant Rebuttal, he's not around anymore. Like on YouTube. I mean, he's around, but he doesn't do content anymore. I met the Detonator. He's been a guy in my chat. I met Bones, which Bones is the man. Meet the Mets. I mean, those are a couple of guys that I know Meet the Mets on YouTube forever. When it was in its infancy, I knew Meet the Mets. And I got the tailgate with them, and it was really fun. Got to meet Gangrene David. I had a lot of fun when I was down there, man. It was fun. Yes. Shermer definitely. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Without question. I had to. I didn't get a lot of opportunity to lay into him, and I wanted to. It's too bad I never got to lay into Joe Judge. I would have loved to have done that. Cortez!
Thank you for being a friend.
The one guy that must be related to me, that he channeled his inner Bad Dog when he was screaming, "You're a bitch, Joe! You're a bitch!" on back-to-back quarterback sneaks, because that's exactly what I would have been yelling at him. Cortez says relying on Andrew Thomas is setting this team back. He's an all-pro, but like OBJ, they're great when they're on the field, but they're never on the field. That's what I said. He probably will play this year. I'm just not counting on him. I'm not going to count on him. I expect him to be out every game. Hopefully he goes and he plays 16 games, because he's not going to play this week. Hopefully he plays the rest of them, but I don't depend on him. Not depending on Andrew Thomas whatsoever. So hopefully, he gets it done. So that would be really good. B-Rock said, "See you there." Damn straight, baby. Let's go. I'm ready. I'm excited to go to a Giants game for the first time. And yeah, hopefully we're not dog shit. It'd be nice to go down there and play a meaningful game against the 49ers. Obviously, when I was growing up, the 49ers were a big-time rival of the New York Giants in the 80s. They were two of the best franchises going. They met in the playoffs in 81, 84, 85, 86, and 1990. The Giants are the only team in the history of the NFL to beat Joe Montana 3 times in the postseason. Them's facts. My guy Bodo says, "All right, Bo, I got you." I thought he was talking to me. All American one says, "When the G-men win tomorrow, Old Man Bad Dog's doing double shot." No. Old Man Bad Dog, when we win, we'll do my victory scotch. We'll do that. I'm gonna make sure that I got to get another bottle of that because I think there's 3 wins in that bottle, and we're winning more than 3 games. We are winning more than 3 games. That is a fact. You know what else is a fact is, again, I want to give a big shout out to Sleeper for sponsoring the channel. Check out Sleeper again, guys and girls. There's a lot of fun to be had. It's pretty much just picking players and picking over under stats. It's very easy. It's a lot of fun. There's also a bunch of, daily fantasy for all your sports, even WNBA and, college basketball if you want to do that, but obviously NHL, MLB, NFL, all that stuff. Use that promo code right there. Use that promo code Baddog. Links the first thing in the description. Click on it. When you make your deposit, if you use that promo code, they're going to match your deposit all the way up to $100. Let's hear from Sleeper one more time, guys. I'll give you an opportunity to go pee, grab a beer. 80 seconds. Back after this.
What's going on, guys and gals? Do you think you know football? Then try to turn your football knowledge into real money with the Sleeper app, the ultimate fantasy sports app that can turn game day into payday. Just download the Sleeper app and pick more or less on your favorite players. With more stats than any daily fantasy app, just choose 2 or more of your favorite players from pregame or live. Pick more or less from the predicted stats, and you can win up to 100 times your money if your picks win. There's also a couple of really cool things about the Sleeper app. You can place in-game contests, contest voids for injuries. There's only a $1 minimum entry for users. Updated scoring to track your fantasy players' sleeper picks in real time. Entries can be made within 30 seconds. It's really that easy, and you get safe and fast withdrawals. You can check out my picks for the week right over here. And you guys can do the same thing. Predict the hottest football stats like passing yards, receiving yards, touchdowns, interceptions, and much more to cash in on your daily fantasy football skills. And I got a great promotion for you guys. Just use the promo code BADDOG, that's BADDOG, and Sleeper will match your first deposit all the way up to $100. You definitely want to check out the Sleeper app. There's a lot of fun to be had on that. Test your football knowledge and skill, win some money, and let's go Giants.
Damn right. Let's go Giants. Johnny B! Thank you, my friend. Appreciate you. Really.
Thank you for being a friend.
Let's fucking go, Bad Dog. It's time to earn back our respect. Go Giants. We are winning tomorrow. I love it, John. I love the confidence. For my guy, Brian LFC, we'll have the closed captioning. We'll have that up there. Corp says, Giants Ravens Super Bowl left me traumatized. So our 100th season. I'll be honest, Super Bowl 35 did not leave me traumatized. I actually I didn't like it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I did not like that. That was a hell of a tackle by that kid. Oklahoma was about to score. They just need to kick this damn field goal, and it literally is an extra point. And they'll win this game because Michigan's got 1 minute, 48 seconds and no timeouts, get 2 scores. But the Super Bowl 35, it didn't really bother me. I didn't expect them to get that far that year. And I listen, man, sometimes you just take an ass whooping. You get beat by a better team. That happened that day. I'd much rather lose that way than have something like a bad call go against you or have it ripped away from you at the end. That's more heartbreaking. And you say, what if we did this play different? What if we did that play different? It might have changed. Nothing was going to change that day. That was meant to be the Ravens. So that one didn't. But last year, yeah, that was a tough year. That is the worst year in the history of the New York Giants. They've hit rock bottom. That was rock bottom. You can't go lower. Best player once, your most hated rival, had 2,000 yards rushing, won a Super Bowl. You guys lost 9 in a row for the first time in your franchise history, lost 8 in a row at home for the first time in franchise history. You freaking, whatchamacallit, they lost 14 games for the first time in the franchise history. Can't be worse. It was a terrible year. Big mood. Thank you so much, brother. Appreciate you, man. I appreciate you. He says, towards your next bottle of Victory Scotch. Let's go, Moo. Let's go. I want to down the rest of that bottle and then more. We're going to need more. I have to go like away. I have to travel a little bit for that. Like my nearest liquor stores don't carry that. Macallan 18. That's good Scotch. And I gotta make a run for it. But thank you, Moo. I appreciate it. Wesley says, I'm super excited. We can turn it around this year, and we will, Wesley. We will turn it around. Again, I'm kind of quietly confident. Well, there's nothing quiet about me. I shouldn't say. But I again, man, maybe not confident's not the word, but I feel good that they're going to win. Like, I feel good that they're going to show up. It's a much different team. Brian Daboll seems like he's having a much better offseason. The preseason was really good. The Mike Kafka calling the plays, just a much better quarterback room. And I've said this, they have a different swag about them, a different aura. That they just seem different. They seemed very prepared in the preseason. Like, it didn't look like they were working on a lot of stuff. Like, they seemed like they had their timing down. It was good, and they've notoriously got off to bad starts. And this year they look like they're ready to go week 1, which they need. Lawrence says, you get impatient with Andrew Tom? Yes, very impatient, brother. So I said, I don't expect him to be healthy all year. I hope he is. And I know this injury is not going to keep him out all year, but if it's not one thing, it's another with him. So no, I don't depend on him at all. They got to figure it out without him. Maybe Marcus Bowe could be that guy. Marcus Bowe looked amazing. He looked amazing in preseason. Now, granted, he's going against backups, so you can take that with a grain of salt. But you'd much rather see him dominate and be really good and show really good technique as opposed to getting blown by like Evan Neal did, right? You don't want to see that from your rookie. So I'm good. Julian says, I'm so cautious to be hopeful about this. I'm with you. That's where I am, man. Like I said, I feel good, but I'm nervous. Like, I'm nervous because I've been disillusioned by this team before. But I just feel like it's different. I really do. I just feel like they're in a much better headspace. They seem a lot more prepared. You just have better quarterback play. You added Abdul Carter. You added a lot of secondary help, good secondary help. I expect Bobby O to have a really good year this year. Brian Burns is healthy, played injured most of last year. I just feel like they're going to be much better, and that's what it is. Optimistic is a good word. Again, cautiously optimistic. I feel like they're going to win, but they have done it to me before where I've ended up disappointed. And those guys in the Super Friends, they're sitting there laughing at me, man, and they laugh all the time. And they're like, we can't. Louis T says we can't have Bad Dog happy. The year that we went to the postseason, people are like, I don't know what to do. Like, Bad Dog's happy. Like, that's not supposed to happen. They don't want it. That Super Friends, they don't want the smoke. The Giants are good. When you've been down and you've been kicked for years and years and years and years, and you finally have your comeuppance, you're gonna let a lot of people know about themselves, right? I'm just waiting for that day. I am waiting very impatiently for that day. Got to make JD uncomfortable. I don't know where that just went. I wanted to click on that. Oh, there it is. Yep, agreed. Got to keep him off a spot. Got to keep him off balance. Got to try to keep it contained in the pocket. Alabama scored 73. Well, after getting embarrassed by Florida State last week, you'd think they'd come out being a little bit pissed. They definitely don't want that smoke. You know that. I'm ready, Stone Sour. I'm ready, brother. NASCAR 2.0. Let's do it. Hopefully next week. I've talked to Chris. He said he wants to do it again, but so hopefully next week we can start again. Wednesday is always a good day because it's in between the collective shows. So that would be good. Yeah, we need to beat San Fran. Is right. I'm going to be there for that game. So they better. Oklahoma just stuffed them on 4th down and 1. Oklahoma's going to win. So good start to my weekend. It's a big win for Oklahoma. So a good start to my weekend. I have not heard that. I have not heard that chant. I haven't. Louis T isn't ready for the L. You're damn right about that. He's not ready for the L. I'll tell you what, man. It'll be. Well, I mean, I always do a post-game video anyway, but I will just sit back and watch. I'll just sit back and watch. I'll watch them, talk about the game. I remember a couple years ago, it was 2022 because the Giants and Commanders were like playing for the right to get into the postseason, and Giants beat Washington, of course. And I remember a lot of my Giants people that are on my channel went over to Louis T's channel. They all said that they were getting blocked. That Louis T's mods were blocking all the smoke, and they're like, that's some bitch shit. Like you can't talk this shit and then block people when they come and give it back to you. Like you can't do that. Can't do that. I don't block people. I don't block unless you're just being a fucking stupid ass troll. Or you go against the rules of the chat, which are you don't threaten people, there's no racism here, and you don't spam. Other than that, I don't really care. But if you're just being an obnoxious troll and you offer nothing to it, then you're going to go bye-bye. If you're coming here to let me know the Giants suck or I was wrong about something, I don't give a shit. That's part of the game. That's what we do. If I cared that much about it, I wouldn't be in front of a camera. So I can take it. I don't block people on Twitter either. I get blocked a lot on Twitter. I've gotten blocked by people. I don't even know why the hell I got blocked from them. Like, I don't understand it, but it is what it is. I'm not talking about Ryan Shitlevy. I mean, he's just a pussy. I mean, that's what he is. He's a bitch. I mean, call it what it is. He's got thin skin. And then Josina Anderson, same shit. She's a dumb bitch. Okay. That's just what it is. Couldn't handle me a couple times. I think I did it like 2 times, maybe 3, where I added her and said, oh, who did better this week? Jackson Dart or Shador Sanders, asking for a friend. And then after, Jackson Dart ends up being much better than Shador, and Shador ends up being the 3rd string, and she doesn't have that narrative to push anymore. Then she goes and says, well, Jameis Winston never got a legitimate shot at the number 1 receiver. And I said, all I said was, I'm worried about your mental health. And then she blocked me. I guess that was inevitable at some point, because when you go after these beat writers with facts, they don't like that shit. When you make them look bad and you're just a low-life YouTuber, a low-life 9-to-5 average Joe who doesn't cover a team professionally and didn't go to school for journalism or broadcasting, and you make points that make them look foolish, they don't like that. That hurts their ego a lot, because it makes it seem like what they do is fucking irrelevant when you could just come to a guy like me who's rough around the edges, going to tell you how the hell it is, going to give you absolute facts, going to do it with some colorful language. I can do that. They can't. So when a scrub like me, a nobody like me, an idiot with a camera and a keyboard can make them look foolish, they don't like that. So they say, I better not allow this guy to steal my thunder. This guy's making too good of facts. This guy's making too good of an argument. I got to get this dude out of my life. I can't have this guy showing me up. Ain't a good look on me. So they block you because I said nothing mean to either one of them people. That's just a fact. Yeah. You know it, Shaw. You know what it is. You know what it is. I don't even like to say race baiting. They have agendas that they want to push. And I don't like that. I don't push agendas here. I give you facts. I'm not here trying to stick up for one player or another. I like Shador Sanders. I hope Shador Sanders does fine. I'm not rooting against him. I hope that he does well. Right? I have no issue with Shador Sanders. My issue is all the people that get on the Giants case for not drafting him. Like they're the only team that passed on him. Like when they passed on him, Cleveland took him with the next pick. It's not like the Giants passed him at 3 and then he was going at 4. Well, whatever. I forgot who picked 4th, but you get my point. It's not like the Giants passed on him at 3 and took Jackson Dart at 3 and then Shador Sanders went 4. Every team passed on Shador Sanders. Multiple times. Hell, the team that drafted him drafted a quarterback before they drafted Shedeur Sanders. That's the crap I don't like. I don't like that shit. Shizlo, thank you, bro. Who you most excited to see, Baddog? Scat for me. For me, Abdul Carter. I mean, I'm a defensive guy, bro. I love defense. I'm just excited to see what the defense does. I'm also excited to see what Russ does. I'm excited for Russ. I've been a Russell Wilson fan for a long, long time. And I mean, I'm excited to see what he can do with legitimate receivers and just it's not Daniel Jones. I'm excited to see what we can do with a guy that can throw the ball more than 20 yards in the air. Bono!
Thank you for being a friend.
He says, fuck him, Baddog. You're not a low life. You're the man. You are the fucking man. But how can I be the fucking man when you're the fucking I appreciate you, Bodo. Thank you. Bodo always supporting all the people because he's the freaking man. That's why we call him Godo, because he is the GOAT. Because he is the GOAT. Tobal Island says, Baddog can destroy these beat writers in 1% of his power. It's funny. Like I said, I didn't see anything. Like, the funny thing is somebody asked that Dunleavy guy why he blocked me. And he's like, when people are mean and nasty, I block them. And I'm like, bro, you didn't see me mean or nasty. Yeah, he had no clue what could be mean, what's mean and nasty for me. And I had guys that don't even follow me on Twitter, didn't even know who I was, and go, I couldn't find the part where he was mean or nasty to you. All he did was give you the basis for his argument. And I didn't see it. Calvin, thank you, bro. Happy Saturday. Best of luck to your Giants here. So I'll be football back. Take care of Cam. ASU could have used him tonight. Yes. Did they end up losing? I saw it was 17-17. I love Cam Scatterbo. I say that I've told this story a few times. Boomer Sooner, baby. Big win for us, Jordan. Big win, baby. Big win. My wife, who doesn't watch football, we were watching that Peach Bowl, and we were watching Cam Scatterbo, and I didn't know much about Cam Scatterbo, honestly. And we were watching that, and my wife's like, who is that guy? And she liked his last name because it's a fun last name. And we watch it, and she's like, he is really good. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, I wish the Giants could get that guy. Now, I didn't know where he was projected to go in the draft. So when we got to day 3 and they had the first round pick in round 4, I'm like, man, I would love Scatterbo or Marcus Bowe here. And they got Scatterbo, and then the next round they got Marcus Bowe, and I'm like, wow, what a day. Like, you couldn't have asked for a better day to me if you're Joe Shane. That was hell. And they got Thomas Fredoni on the 3rd day. So, oh, he ended up losing. Sorry to hear that. I agree, Alex. I think they did draft the right quarterback, too. I'm not going to sit here and tell you I was some big Jackson Dart fan and said that's who the Giants should draft. I didn't really know who the Giants draft. I just knew I didn't want any of those guys at 3. The guy I wanted was Cameron Ward, and I knew he was going number 1. And I was like, I don't want any of these guys at 3. When they took Jackson Dart, I wasn't mad. I wasn't like over the moon about it. Because I wasn't like the biggest fan. I didn't think he'd be bad. I just didn't think he'd be good. We'll see if he is good, but he looked amazing in preseason. And Dable obviously loves him. And it looks like his teammates love him. And again, he's brought a different swagger and an attitude to this team as a Scatterbo. These young guys have brought a different attitude. They definitely have. And it's good to see. You know, you want that type of attitude on this team. Without question. But listen, guys and girls, I'm going to get out of here because I want to go hang out with the little guy for a little bit. I will be live at 12:30 tomorrow on this channel. So you come by, hang out with me. It's just me tomorrow. Chris is hanging out with Anthony in Jersey. They're going to be at a bar doing something down there. I don't know what they're doing. It's something for Fireside Giants. So they'll be there. I'll be solo. So I need all you guys and girls support in the chat. And yeah, man, I'm looking forward to it. But let's go. Fun getting busy, boys. Baddog, they hate when you make sense, but we don't give a fuck. Let's go, baby. You're right. We don't give a fuck. We don't. They don't like when I make sense. And I don't make sense all the time. So they never don't like it.
All right, guys, girls, let me get out of here. Again, big shout out to Sleeper, guys. I'm telling you, go to Sleeper. Check out that. Make sure you enter that promo code. It's in the description. Have some fun with your picks. Oh, you can see over here, I went over on Malik Neighbors, 74.5 yards. Over on Darius Slayton, 23.5 yards. Over 31.5 rush yards for Bill for the Commanders, because I don't really trust the Giants' rush defense, but we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I lose that one there with Krosky Merritt. Check that out. Have a lot of fun. Huge shout out to Body Armor Sport Water as well. It's an alkaline water with a pH 9+ and a proprietary electrolyte formula, the wide mouth for easy hydration. Body Armor Sport Water. My son says, Dad, can you give me the good water when he goes to school? He wants me to put this in his water bottle because he knows that Body Armor is the best. So check it out. Enjoy the rest of your night. Get some sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Giants football's back, baby. I'm ready to go. I hope you are too. Get your cold ones. Get your barbecue. Get your pulled pork, your wings, your pizza, whatever the hell you're eating. And let's go Giants. See you tomorrow. Bad Day to Dizzle out. Peace.